Howdy, everybody. Dr. Rob Parks here at GMU Observatory. We got ourselves an Interstellar eVscope 2. It occurred to me as I was going through the unboxing that why not video this? Well, my students already kind of got their hands on it, and so that over there has already been unboxed, as has this smart solar filter. So hopefully, I'm not decided yet, but I have my own sea star that I plan on taking to the April 8th solar eclipse, but we might take this as well. Well, can I do this one-handed? We'll see. The universe awaits. Sweet. Always wanted to look at the universe, not like I kind of do that for a living. For those of you unfamiliar with the eVscope type of telescope, because the Sea Star is its more economically friendly cousin, made by ZWO. This is made by Unistellar. Is that this is a extremely easy telescope to set up and immediately start looking at the night sky and be able to see nebulae, the Orion Nebula, Andromeda, the planets, the moon, and with proper filtration, the sun. It auto levels, it auto figures out where it is, and yeah, it's almost plug and play, where you just kind of point to the object you want to look at, and it goes there. Yeah, there's a little bit more to it, but not appreciably all that much to it. My astrophotography buddies in the Northern Virginia Astronomy Club, I think some of them kind of refer to these telescopes as cheating. For them, they have spent quite a lot of money and have gone through a painstaking sort of learning curve in order to create the beautiful photographs that they have been able to create. And with this, it's much easier to get to that quality. I'm not going to say that it surpasses the photographs that expert astrophotographers can do these days, but it certainly makes astrophotography more accessible to the general public. And therefore, if a person really takes to this and really wants to be able to expand their repertoire into looking at more or different images or different types of imaging, that sort of thing, they can go from this into a more complex or larger setup with a basic understanding, at least of the night sky and the operation of telescopes. Again, this is much simpler, so there will be something of a learning curve going from a small telescope such as this one to a more, shall we say, modern version. But as you can see here, we have, that is the above is, this is the EV2 scope. It's the EV2 scope because it comes with an eyepiece, but I will explain what I mean by that. That is not a traditional eyepiece. And then you have this mount. Let's get on with actually looking at the one that the observatory is. And for those of you who are curious, this was purchased with the express use of public nights. This is not going to be used for research. Probably won't be used for teaching unless I can figure out a way to get at the raw data. It outputs its images as, I think, JPEGs or PNGs. Anyway, my rambling point is that this is for public use. So if you were watching this video and you have an interest in coming out to the observatory and using one of these yourself, and I'll get into how in a moment, if you want to come out and actually not just look through it, but actually use it yourself, then come on down to our observatory during our public nights. Right now, they're from 8:15 to 9:15 on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Also, because this thing is handy-dandy portable, if you have any organization like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts, or any kind of schools who want one of us to come out, or multiple ones of us to come out, set the telescope up for you, and possibly even give you an impromptu stellar tour or a more impromptu talk about the sky, please let us know. You can reach us at GMU Observatory at gmail.com. All right, so there's a tripod. Not really all that snazzy, but it does have a handy dandy little level bubble, because while it is very easy to find its way in the night sky, one thing that it needs to do is be level to the ground. Accessories. Yeah, all right. That. Oh, that's a plug adapter. That is another plug adapter. I believe this is the European one. This is similar to the one I used when I went to France. And of course, this is the power outlet. So if you use this, you definitely need power. Although I suspect that it might have a battery pack. So you might be able to charge it and then take it out without needing power outside. These are two doohickeys, official term. A pouch. Ooh, tool lovers out there. Woohoo! Comes in, it's like, it's nicely labeled tripod tool, telescope tool. Snazzy, snazzy, snazzy. Chuck. I think this is going to require two hands. All right, put this in my lap, and there you go, Unistellar. Now, the way that this works, same with the C-Star, is that primary motivation for these types of telescopes, the Unistellar, the C-Star, and there's a third one that's now on the market, was actually not really for astrophotography per se. It was for those of you who are now in the growing population of people who cannot really see in the night sky. You might be able to see a smattering of stars, but if you want to look at the Orion Nebula with any kind of detail, well, good luck to you. Light pollution is endemic nowadays, and so it is very difficult to find a really dark sky such that you can see the wonders that the universe has to offer. So this is not a traditional type of telescope. Let's look down the barrel, shall we? You can see that there is a mirror. I believe what we have here, actually, I am not going to say. I'm going to have to look that up, but I think this is a camera. I think this is a digital camera, because the way this works is that this eyepiece up here, traditionally what you would do is you would look through, and it would be an optical eyepiece, and you would see the light reflected to your eye. But this is, in fact, a camera. Excuse me, not a camera. It is a display. You don't actually see the light coming through this telescope. What you see, what the telescope does, is it collects the light onto a charge couple device, or CCD. It's basically identical to the CCD that I'm using now to film this. I'm not going to really go through mounting it and all that, because again, this is fairly impromptu, and I don't have 5 hands or a telescope or a camera tripod in order to do this effectively. So maybe I will do another one of these videos where I have it all properly set up. So with that, peace out and clear skies.